Hey guys, welcome again. It's a beautiful day here in Key West, kind of a little on the overcast, guys. I've got to go and teach an art class in a few minutes, so I'm going to take a quick second to go over the end of times for all of us. All right, just real quick. All right, while we have people coming and seeing us and stuff, that want to come. We got new people going to come aboard. That's what I'm hoping for. But anyways, let's go right to Revelations. Okay, just make a mark on this. All right, so we go into Revelations, and Revelations number 13 is really going to be the beginning of it all. It's the world. It's talking about world, because 13 represents 4. 3 and 1 makes 4. We got all this business behind here. Oh, well, I know I can't see you. Anyways, we got all this business back here to represent the end of times. All right. But it has to have a little foreshadowing. So what we get out of 13 is we says, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. This is the very first. This is the very first part of this. All right, first scripture. I want you to recognize every 4 is going to be a world, and that's how you can tell what part of the body they're talking about. That's what this whole business of being a part of the world is, to tell you what is it talking about. So this one, the first 4 is going to be representing these things: the mind, our emotions, the physical side of us, and the spiritual side. That's how this is going to work. This is a female part usually. This is a religious part. Number 2. This is the land. This is the sea. All right. Well, this is actually going to be the mountains. This is the idea. But when we go into meditation, we get rid of land. We take off land, and we go out to sea. And this is about our emotions that do all this doing. So I want you to notice how this goes. All right. So the very first scripture is representing number 1, our lower mind. This is the monster that comes out of the sea with the 7 heads and the 10 horns, and it has blasphemy on it. So this is not a good read. Okay, this is what they're starting off with. This is the beginning in Revelations. This is only the 13th chapter, and they're getting ready for a war. And they had this already. This was like the 12 on number 12, where it talked about the defeat, where they didn't win, and what they got out of it is that this is what you get. This is what we get. We get this lineup of we'll just go along with me on this. Follow along with me. All right. I don't care if you go along with me or not. Number 2, the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet. Leopard means to be confused. Had feet like bear, and his mouth was a lion, and this dragon gave him power and seat and great authority. This is the emotions gave them this kind of power. And I saw one of his heads as if it was wounded to death, and his deadly head wound was healed. And all the world wandered after the beast. This is representing the body part here. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave him power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? So this would be the state of mind that we come into this world with. All right. And they're about to talk about this. The idea that we came into this place with all of this not working. We have Satan over in this spot, for Christ's sakes. All right, let's go on 5. And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue for 42 months. This is 6. Power was given unto the first beast to continue like this for 6, to get the works out of the way. This is the works. You got to do this, So this is what they're saying. All right. So that was 5. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God and blasphemed his name and his tabernacle and all that dwell in heaven. This is number 6. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kinds, all kindreds, that's people, all tongues and nations. This is going to be our body, this part. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, and his names are not written in the book of the Lamb's. So, this is representing our spiritual side of us. This is one that's filled with the devil in it right now, with Satan. And all of us will worship him, whose names are not written in the Lamb's slain from the foundations of the world. Remember, this is beginning of time. Before we came into being, before we knew what we're doing right now, we made a pact with God a long time ago. And God knows how many different lives we've had since then. All right? But we were slain from the foundations of the world. And look, number 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. When you see this is talking directly to those people that have the understanding in their hearts. And if you don't remember, we talked about God looked for this in your heart to see if he has an understanding. Is anybody coming and seeing me? Is anybody taking any time out to come find me? Hell no, he says, none of you guys are doing this. If any man have an ear, let them hear. All right, let's go a little further. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. This is captivity. This means being thrown to the outside, taking your silver and throwing it out to the street. All right, that's this whole idea. This is going into captivity. You came into captivity, you're going to go in captivity. This is where that idea is. You came in dead to this earth, you're going to leave dead. That's what Satan has planned for us. He wants you to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This is the energy of Satan, of Saturn. He wants you to keep the same things going on day in and day out, year in and year out, life in and life out. This is it. They just want you to keep turning and turning and turning. The earth belongs to Satan. This is this. We belong to him until we finish doing our works. That's what the 6 is in here. It was given to him to be the boss over us. And now, the end of times, I will serve him no more. That's what this is about. This is where you get this. Everyone thinks it's so terrible and so wrong. My goodness, you've got to take this route. You've got to get rid of this evil. You're commanded to do this. This is a commandment. All right, although hidden. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell in to worship the first beast, for whose deadly wound was healed. This is they're talking about now. This one right here. That's some crazy shit, you guys. That represents religion. It's filling that hole. Trying to fill that hole for man. All right? And what happens when this happens? And he exercises the power of the first beast. All right? Who's deadly? Okay, all right. 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell upon the earth, and means of the miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword, and did live. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is number 14. I believe we're talking about our body, who is flesh. Now, let me tell you, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should die. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hands and in their foreheads. This is the emotions. This is the north in their forehead, and that represents the power of the right hand. That's what I'm talking about. You want to do that. He causes both small, large, great, rich, poor. This is talking about people that are everyone on earth. Everybody has to start off without God. That no man could buy or sell that had the mark. And no one name or even know the name of the beast or the number of his name. For here is wisdom. This is his name. For here is wisdom. It's the number of a man. And this number is 603 score and 6. So, it's about a man. It's about you and me. It's about a woman too. It's Baphomet. Baphomet is made up. He has one. Our chakra system goes from the root system up to the seventh to our crown chakra. That's the whole human. All right. But when we just got devil on us, when we're working like they're saying, when we only got the devil on our mind, but you think it's Jesus, that's Father, baby, he's taking over Mother's spot. This is supposed to be Mom over here. That's supposed to be the right side of our brain. But we've got something playing Mom's role, and it kills everybody, and it's playing like it was filled up that head wound of ours. And it's just doing nothing but deceiving every piece of us, every part of us, deceiving constantly. Can't do anything else. That's what it's meant to do. It wants to keep you here. It doesn't want you to go nowhere else. That's why God, Mom and Dad both together had to go, hey guys, I got this idea that, you might be doing it wrong. Come up here. Let's have a talk about it, And then after they have this little talk about it, you're all better again. But listen, this is how the end of times looks in our Bibles. It really does. All right, real quick. This is the west, north, south, and east. In this particular part, this is the grievous head wound time. This is the idea that we are not in really good sign, when the devil is occupying that side over there. In other places, that's what one of these places. It's the robbers. That's where this is their place, taken up by bad guys, murderers and robbers. And, whenever we give up Jesus and kill Jesus, we've set out the robber, the guy, the murderer. So he takes that space. He takes up that space. Kill Jesus, get rid of him, and let this other guy free. So, this is how we start out. We start off with the murderer. We start off with the bad guy, and we try, and the bitch on our back, she's representing what's inside of us, right? She's supposed to, but she's on the back of us. So she's an outside thing. So that's that religion They're trying to play God. And, with Father by himself, he just cannot do it. He just can't do it. So Baphomet representing the Father side of God, his chakra system only rises to the third chakra. That's our stomach. Give us this day our daily bread. This is where he was. This is his feet. This is where he lives. All right. And I've talked earlier about the Son of God lives in there. This is our solar plexus. This is where happens in the daylight. What's out in the sunshine? That's out in the sunshine. That's us. It's representing us. Our conscious as we are right now. But we got 666 over here. The name of man is a beast, but we got 144,000 is representing her. She's representing the higher mind. Toss your nets over to the right side. And tossing your nets is how you think. Oh, what are you going to do? You have an idea. You have a thought. What's going down? Are you going to feed from the left-hand side of your mind, or are you going to lead from the right side? Well, once you get this done, once your end of time is over, that day, when you finally make it through to the other side, this is what you'll get. You get this. The sun goes dark, because it's after the sixth chakra. It's a night. It's a darkness. Total darkness. Before the day of the Lord, it's darkness. So the sun goes out. The moon usually turns red or something like that. It has some kind of phase that it goes through. But what happens is it now sticks into a phase because when it's going through its movements and stuff like that, then so does the human being that's being run off the moon. The moon represents sin. This is the religious side of things, because we get a reflection of God's love. We get a reflection of the sun off of that. Not a direct thing. It's an indirect thing, like going to a preacher, going into a church, doing anything that's just a representation of God, instead of going directly to him, which is what we do. Which is what we teach on this channel here. Let's go right to him. Let's forget about that middle guy. I had enough of that one. All right? So, in Revelations, we hear about the woman clothed with the sun. She's got the moon at her feet because she's trampling. And stars. And in her head, a crown, 12 stars, right? That's how it works, The sun goes dark, the moon goes red, and the stars fall to the earth, all right? The lion, the ox, the man, the eagle. We got Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Anywhere that the carcass lies, the eagles will come and find you. We have the land representing the left side of the brain. We have the oceans representing the right side of the brain. So when the second beast, the first beast rises out of the sea, that's because it's coming from through, this is this idea of meditation. But it is this idea that when the first beast rises up from the sea, and the second one comes from the land. The second one is representing comes from the land. This is that idea of the male on male, because the second beast is religion in the story. It winds up being the religion. It's what gives the power to the first one. And it's these two things that have to be defeated. It's this idea. It's man and religion. Your mind and religion. Those are the beasts that's got to be taken out. Those are the ones that get cleaned out. And they said, if you were to go this route inside of us, it's going to release demons. Well, yes, it does. It purges them, cleans them out. You no longer need those motherfuckers in you ever again. You know, sin no more. All right. Anyways, I hope you guys got something out of this. All right. Got to get to work.